Since Robert Champion's death, we've heard a lot about Red Dog Order, but we wanted to know who they are and what they do. I got a chance to sit down with a member from Atlanta who opened up about the group's hazing practices. Florida A&M University's Marching 100 is a nationally recognized college band. With 400-plus members, it wins accolades, having performed at Super Bowls, presidential inaugurations, and parades throughout the world. But 3 months ago, the music stopped after the death of drum major Robert Champion during what Orange County Sheriff investigators say was a hazing ritual. Several band members tell us Champion was a member of a group called Red Dog Order. Police have charged 2 other members of that same group in another hazing incident that left a fellow band member badly injured. Fox 5 talked with a college student who says she's a member of the Red Dog Order. She agreed to talk candidly as long as we didn't reveal her identity.
Well, the organization, it came about with 5 guys from a school from FAMU, and they basically came from different high schools. And when they got into the band, they kind of realized that they didn't know anyone. But when they all realized that they were from Georgia, it formed into can't really say an organization, but it formed into an order where they would come together and be like a family.
The way you describe it, it sounds like they had noble intentions, a support group.
Basically.
So why is it so secretive?
It's not really a secret, it's just not really publicized so loudly, because it's incorporated. It's an actual group. It's not anything underground or illegal.
We checked with the Secretary of State's office and found Red Dog Order was incorporated in Georgia from 2007 until 2010. What does it take to get in the group?
You have to have graduated from a Georgia high school and have to be a member of the band.
She also says a 2.5 grade point average is required. The 21-year-old order member tells us more than 20 chapters exist nationwide. So there is an initiation?
Yes. It's almost like a class, if that makes sense. Having to learn the material, study the material, spit the material when asked to spit it.
This black college student admits she was hazed while pledging Red Dog, but says it never got physical. Describe your hazing process. What did that entail?
Just verbal mainly. I know for some, they do have to go through the process of taking wood when you have to get thrashed. The thing about hazing that I think has a positive and a negative, hazing kind of prepares you for what you might endure in the real world. Those verbal slanders, they prepare you for when your boss might go off on you and you really just want to curse him out, but it's something inside you saying, hey, you can handle it, you can deal. It's not that serious, you're gonna get through it. It's only one day.
So what has the group's reaction been to Robert Champion's death?
They honestly can't believe it because nothing like that has ever happened. I mean, you hear people having small injuries, maybe a broken finger from being in a tight room, but never somebody dying. And for that to have happened, it just shows that everybody doesn't have the mindset that the founders had.
The history of hazing.
We traveled to Tallahassee to find out what FAMU is doing to address Robert Champion's death and the practice of hazing. Last week, the school's Board of Trustees created an independent committee of experts to examine the problem of hazing.
And I think if we just give them a chance, we're going to get some valuable recommendations and information from this very impressive group.
But Robert Champion's parents are not impressed.
No talk, no study, no thinking is here. It exists.
Did you have any idea at all that he was involved with hazing? Had that ever come up?
Well, no, it never came up with Robert. I talked to Robert, many times over the phone and make sure everything was going okay while he was in school then.
Well, you got to remember what hazing is all about. It's the secrecy.
Hazing is not only against school policy, but it also violates the law. So whenever it's done, it's shrouded in secrecy, and those who participate almost never talk about it. 3 weeks before Champion died, police say FAMU band member Bria Hunter was also the victim of hazing. Metro Atlanta residents James Harris, Aaron Golson, and Sean Hobson are accused of striking Hunter with their fists and a metal ruler, breaking her thigh. Hobson and Harris told police they are members of Red Dog Order. The member who talked with us condemns what happened to Hunter.
Like, that never should have happened, ever. No one ever should have laid a hand on her.
It's been 3 months since Robert Champion's death, and his parents admit they're pretty frustrated with the progress of the case. The Orange County Sheriff's Office and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement are investigating the death. So far, there have been no arrests. Back to you.